Steve Harvey's journey begins in the rugged mountains of Welch, West Virginia, a place defined by coal mines and hardship. Born in 1957 to Jesse, a coal miner, and Eloise, a Sunday school teacher, Steve inherited a mix of resilience and faith. Life was harsh, marked by poverty and social pressures, yet it was also filled with lessons of perseverance. His father's silent strength and mother's spiritual guidance laid the foundation for a man who would one day face unimaginable challenges. Yet early on, Steve confronted a crippling stutter that made every word a battle, isolating him from peers and forcing him into silence. Despite the odds, he dreamed boldly. Even as a child, he envisioned himself on television, a declaration dismissed by teachers and laughed at by classmates. The seed of ambition, however, took root, nurtured by his father's unwavering belief in his son's potential. The stutter that shaped a survivor. Steve's stutter was more than a speech impediment. It was a barrier to social interaction and self-expression. Every conversation became a test of endurance, and humiliation was constant. Children mocked him mercilessly, calling him names and laughing at his efforts to speak. In this environment, Steve developed acute observational skills, learning to read expressions, body language, and nuances he couldn't express verbally. The stutter forced him to listen more than he spoke, sharpening his instincts and building a foundation for the comedic timing he would later master. His home offered solace and love, but it could not shield him from public ridicule. Each day was a lesson in resilience. Over time, through patience, persistence, and unlikely encounters, he overcame the stutter, learning not only to speak fluently, but to use humor as a bridge between himself and the world. A childhood dream. Almost shattered in 6th grade, Steve wrote a line on a piece of paper, "I want to be on TV." His teacher ridiculed him publicly, highlighting his stutter and background, and demanded he rewrite it with a realistic goal. The humiliation was profound, yet it became a pivotal moment in his life. Returning home in tears, Steve showed the paper to his father, Jesse, who offered encouragement instead of ridicule. He told Steve to keep the paper, to look at it daily, and never let anyone dictate his dreams. That moment instilled resilience and determination. Despite repeated setbacks, including relocation to Cleveland, Ohio, and years of working ordinary jobs, the vision of television remained alive. Steve's ambition persisted quietly, fueling a relentless drive that would carry him through homelessness, failed marriages, and professional uncertainty. The struggle before the spotlight. Before comedy transformed his life, Steve experienced years of professional aimlessness and personal turmoil. He tried college, assembly line jobs, insurance sales, carpet sales, and mail delivery, yet success remained elusive. His early 20s were defined by mediocrity, frustration, and the heavy weight of responsibility for a family he struggled to support. The constant failure reinforced feelings of inadequacy, but it also hardened his determination. His life took a dramatic turn when a friend suggested he try stand-up comedy, a field he had never experienced. Despite having no formal training, he carried a lifetime of observations from his years of silent suffering. The world's indifference became his teacher, and each minor humiliation later contributed to material for a unique comedic perspective that blended pain, survival, and insight. The Ford Tempo years. In 1985, Steve Harvey took a daring leap into comedy, quitting stable employment to pursue a dream without guarantees. The ensuing years became a crucible of survival, homelessness, and discipline. He lived in a 1976 Ford Tempo, which served as bedroom, kitchen, and closet, enduring harsh winters and sweltering summers. Meals were sparse, stolen fuel became necessary, and hygiene required careful planning. Despite exhaustion, hunger, and humiliation, Steve continued performing nightly, projecting confidence on stage, while secretly enduring despair in the solitude of his car. This period was a paradoxical blend of desperation and growth. The physical and emotional endurance sharpened his craft, deepened his observations, and gave him authenticity. Each joke carried the weight of lived experience, creating a performer whose humor resonated with audiences because it was grounded in genuine survival. Triumph at the Apollo. After years of performing in small clubs under grueling conditions, Steve Harvey earned a pivotal opportunity in 1989, a chance to host Showtime at the Apollo in Harlem. The Apollo Theater was a legendary arena where only the confident survived, a place where failure was public and unforgiving. Steve's prior struggles, the stutter, poverty, and isolation, transformed into tools for commanding the stage. With an iron grip on the audience, he controlled the chaos, roasted hecklers, and asserted authority over every element of the show. For 7 years, he became the face of black comedy in America. The Apollo validated his talent and resilience, offering stability, income, and the recognition that had eluded him for decades. His performance was infused with authenticity, humor, and survival instincts, setting the stage for national stardom. The Steve Harvey Show and Kings of Comedy. In 1996, Steve's career expanded with The Steve Harvey Show on WB, a sitcom portraying life on the west side of Chicago. For 6 seasons, the show resonated with African-American households, cementing Steve's television presence. However, his ambitions extended beyond sitcoms. Alongside Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hewley, and Bernie Mac, he created the Kings of Comedy Tour, a groundbreaking arena comedy phenomenon. Defying skeptics, the tour became the highest-grossing comedy event in history. Steve's commanding presence and ability to connect with audiences through shared struggles elevated the tour. His humor was relatable, blending faith, poverty, and family experiences into performances that were both hilarious and profoundly human. The Kings of Comedy redefined stand-up, proving that comedians could fill arenas and earn recognition equivalent to musicians or actors. Reinvention through radio and literature. By the mid-2000s, Steve Harvey had achieved wealth and fame, but he faced the challenge of sustaining relevance. He pivoted to radio with the Steve Harvey Morning Show, engaging audiences intimately and offering advice on relationships, faith, and life. Women in particular called seeking insight, creating a unique platform for Steve to share wisdom gained from experience. This led to his book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, released in 2009. The book became a cultural phenomenon, remaining on bestseller lists for 64 weeks and translated into 30 languages. Steve transitioned from comedian to guru, reaching audiences far beyond comedy clubs. His authenticity, informed by personal struggle, gave his advice credibility. He had successfully reinvented himself, blending humor, empathy, and insight to resonate with a diverse global audience. Mastering success and facing the future. By 2015, Steve Harvey had transcended his humble beginnings to become a household name and global brand. He conquered poverty, overcame personal and professional adversity, and built an empire that included comedy, literature, radio, and television. Yet he recognized that reaching the summit was only half the journey. Staying there demanded constant adaptation. Harvey's career illustrates the interplay between resilience, strategy, and reinvention. He leveraged personal struggle into relatable content, cultivated new platforms, and diversified his brand. His story is a testament to persistence, demonstrating how an individual can transform adversity into opportunity. The challenges he faced, from childhood stutter to homelessness, became the foundation of his authority and credibility, showing the world that determination, authenticity, and a willingness to pivot can create lasting success. Legacy of resilience. Steve Harvey's life is a narrative of triumph over adversity, defined by persistence, creativity, and reinvention. From the coal-streaked hills of West Virginia to the bright lights of national television, he transformed personal struggle into professional mastery. His humor, grounded in lived experience, created an intimate connection with audiences across demographics. Beyond entertainment, his work in literature, radio, and game shows expanded cultural influence, highlighting the power of authenticity and empathy. Harvey's legacy extends beyond comedy, offering a roadmap for navigating life's challenges while maintaining integrity and ambition. His story reflects the enduring truth that success is rarely linear, that adversity can be harnessed as fuel, and that persistence, guided by self-awareness and adaptability, can turn even the most improbable dreams into enduring reality.